Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Des, and today I'm taking you through a full body, athletic-based Pilates reformer workout. This workout is going to focus on mobilizing the body while strengthening and powering up your mobilizer muscle groups. It's going to be challenging and get your heart rate up a bit, but leave you feeling amazing. I hope you'll join me. Let's get started. Okay, you guys, we're gonna be starting today on 2 heavy springs. If you want a lighter load, you can go a heavy spring and a medium tension spring. We're gonna start lying on our backs and actually be going feet in straps today for our first series. So hook your straps if you'd like them hooked on there to get them a little easier. Lie down. Before you put your feet in the straps, let's take just a second to kind of mobilize the low back, pelvis. So find your neutral spine, heels on the bar. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, you're just gonna tuck into your imprint and then rock it back to neutral. Again, exhale, tuck, and rock back to that space in the low back, neutral spine. Exhale, and inhale, rock back. 3 more, exhale, and inhale, just kind of activating the core, the breath, and mobilizing the low back. Last one, and rock it back. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna grab a hold of your straps right away. Press off of the foot bar and place one foot into the strap. Put some weight into that strap and place your opposite foot into the strap. We're gonna press the legs out away from you and find that neutral spine where you can reach your fingers under and you have a little space underneath the low back, but you're not arching. So we're keeping that little space from here, reaching the legs nice and low and long. We're gonna start right away with a bend and straighten. So you're gonna bend, creasing at the hip, not changing through your spine, and then reach back out. So if you wanna keep your fingers under there to kind of test it out, to make sure that you're not tucking in the pelvis, and reach it out. On the reach out, you're taking a deep exhale and bringing the legs as far down as you can maintain that neutral position, feeling that compression in your core. Bend, exhale, straighten. Good. So when you feel a little more comfortable, you can pick up your pace, creasing at the hip and reaching out. So right away, we're mobilizing through the hips, firing up through the core. We want to think about the hamstrings and glutes as we press away. So take your mind right here to your glutes and push away. Bend and straighten. If your headrest isn't up, you can pop it up at this point for some support. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Good, we're keeping everything just together for now and parallel. Inhale, exhale, 4. See if you can drop those legs a little lower. Check that low back. 2, 1. Now we're going to a lift and lower. Lift it up, point through the feet. Feel that stretch through the hamstring without tucking through the pelvis. Flex and pull back down using the hamstring and glute. Point it up, flex and pull back down. So a lot of us are tight in our hamstrings and we're gonna wanna tuck in our pelvis like this. Instead, we're gonna keep creasing at the hip. You can place your hands on your hips if that helps. And keep that space in the low back. Test with the fingers. Check, make sure you're not pulling from the back of your knee. It's using the hamstrings and glutes to pull down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, pull down. Good. 4 more this way. Flex. And 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down there. We're gonna alternate now. One leg is gonna bend, one leg is gonna straighten. So let's bend our right knee and straighten the left, going up towards the sky. So everything goes together and then press them out. Now bend the left knee, right leg goes up to the sky and back. So you're keeping tension on your ropes the whole time. Bend the right leg, left goes up to the sky, press it out. Bend the left, right up to the sky. Press it out. Good. We can just keep our feet flexed, or kind of think like that Barbie foot with the top leg, to not have to think too much about what the feet are doing. We're still kind of thinking hamstrings and glutes. Press. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press away. Good. Check in with your core. It's nice and stable. We're working our obliques a little harder now to keep those legs going. If this alternating position is too confusing, you can alternate both lifting and both bending and straightening. Good. Both hips need to be equally pressed down into the carriage. Good. One more each side. One. And one. Good. Find your center here. We're gonna turn the toes outwards now. You're gonna keep your heels glued together. Now bend and straighten. So now we're gonna hit those inner thighs a little bit. Bend and straighten, keeping that space in the low back. The heels stay kissing together. Good. If you start to feel your low back at all, definitely check. Make sure that you're not overextending and that your core is firing. You're welcome to go into an imprinted spine if you need to at any point to relieve some of that pressure, and take your legs to a higher diagonal. Good. 3, 2, and press it out on 1. Now we're gonna go open, flex and drag it closed. So you're opening to a wide V, then flex and pull close using those inner thighs. Good. Use that breath. Open, drag it closed. See if you can get your legs a little bit lower. Point it open, flex, drag it closed. Use those inner thighs, not the back of your knee. 4 and 3, 2, 1. Meet me at the bottom, pointing through the feet, pulsing your legs. Tap your heels together. Tap, 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 tap. Keep that core nice and tight for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that squeeze on 1. Good. We're going to turn parallel with the legs. We're going to be opening up hip distance apart with the legs. You're going to bend your knees to like a squat position without tucking in the pelvis. And then you're going to bring your legs back together and squeeze again. I'm going to keep my feet flexed here to help fire the backside of the leg. But you're welcome to point and flex if you want to work through the ankle mobility as well. So you're going to squat, bend the legs, then squeeze everything together. So squat, crease at the hip, keep the space in the low back, press it out. Good. So same thing here. If you're feeling your lower back, first try to kind of adjust, make sure you're firing the core, or go into imprint if you need to. Good. Bend, squat, and squeeze. We're thinking literally like a squat position. The booty's like sticking out, and then squeeze it back together. Hip distance apart, bend, everything squeezes together. 5, squeeze. We're thinking inner thighs, hamstrings, and glutes. 4, exhale. 3, and 2, 1. Meet me at the squat position. We're gonna pulse it on the pulse. Don't think hip flexor, think glutes, glutes. Good, pulse. Keep the core nice and tight. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press everything out to squeeze. And good. I want you to bend your knees. Low back can press down into the carriage and just kind of lift your hips off. Get a little stretch in the low back, resting your weight onto your shoulders. Don't go super high. Roll it back down. Let's do it again. If you want to drop your headrest down so you can get a little bit more mobility, go for it. You're bending the knees. Now slowly press the low back down, lift the hips up to stretch that low back, resting your weight up onto your shoulder blades, not your neck. And now use your core to roll back down, stretching through the low back. Press it out. Last time. Inhale, exhale, lift it back up. Good. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll it back down, and finish with a press. Good. We're gonna take your feet together, knees out to the side for a quick butterfly stretch for those hips. And when you're ready, you're gonna take the straps off your feet and put them into your hands. We're going right into a mid-back series. So if you decided to drop your headrest down, pop it back up for support. Now we're going imprinted spine, low back is pressed down. Shimmy just a little bit away from your shoulder blocks to help you be able to roll up and also use the full mobility in your arms. All right, I'm gonna go imprinted spine, lift your legs into tabletop, keep tension on the straps. We're gonna start with just a straight down pull. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, straight down, and float it back up. We wanna think chest is open, really long through the collarbone, long length between your ribs and hips, but your low back is staying pressed down towards the carriage. Good, use your breath. Exhale, and back up. And we're still on those 2 heavy springs, or 1 heavy and 1 medium, depending on what your choice is. You can always give or take on your tension. All right, 2. Exhale on 1, we're gonna hold it down. Now I'm gonna make an L with my arms. Right arm is gonna go out to the side, left arm up to the sky, and then bring everything back to center. Right arm up to the sky, left arm out to the side, and then back through the center. Right arm out, left arm up, squeeze back through the center, left arm out, right arm up, back through center. Good, let's try to pick up the pace, creating that L position. So it's easy to want to kind of like rock side to side here. Make sure your chest stays open, shoulder blades are pressed equally down into the carriage. If you're feeling fatigue in your low back or any pressure, bend your knees and cross your feet, bringing your legs a little closer to your body, and continue the arm work. If not, you're trying to fight for that 90-degree angle with the arms. Good, inhale, open, exhale. 1 more each side. 1 and 1. Good, find your center. We're gonna do 1 more, lift and lower, straight up, straight down. This time you're gonna roll up to an ab crunch. Hold it there. You're gonna do a tricep press at the top. And then you're rolling it back down. I'm gonna shimmy a little bit away from my shoulder blocks. Okay, roll it up, hold it up there, tricep press the arms, and then float it back down. Exhale, everything rolls up, hold it there. 1 tricep press, float it back down. Definitely optional to keep your head down and just continue the arm work. Good, let's go 5 more. Roll it up, hold it there, tricep press the arms, roll it back down. If you want to make it harder, take the leg reach with the diagonal and bring it back. Good. So legs can reach out to the diagonal. Hold them there for the tricep press. Woo, that is tough. 3 more. 3. And 2. Hold it there. 1. Last one. Keep it up at the top and just hold it with the legs straight or the legs bent. Hold for 8. Tuck the chin. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it back down. Awesome. You guys open the arms out to the side and rock your knees to one side and to the other. Good. Drop the straps. Going back to your legs, we're going to be doing some single leg work. So let's go ball of the left foot on the bar. Right leg is going to come into tabletop. We still are in our neutral spine now. So we were in imprint, now we're rocking back to neutral. Right leg in tabletop. Press off of the left, squeeze all the way out. We're still on the same springs. Exhale, press. And back in. Good, you guys. Keep the hips equal the whole time. Pressure down into the carriage equally with those hips. Good, let's try to switch our breath here now. So we're gonna inhale to press out, exhale to come back in and bicycle over the bar. Inhale, press it out, exhale, exhale, bicycle. I tried to say exhale and bicycle in one word. Reach, good. Inhale and exhale, reaching that right leg over the bar. Good, so now we're mobilizing again through the hip and building that left quad. Your left ankle is somewhat relaxed. We don't want to be in a full high half toe. Easier said than done. I always feel like I want to go to a high half toe. Good, 2 more bicycles. Check your hips, are they equal? 1, meet me out at the top and hold it there. I'm going to extend my right leg up to the sky, bend it, then bicycle through again. So all we're doing is adding a develope, reach, bend, back in. On that develope, naturally I'm gonna wanna tuck in my pelvis because my hamstring is tight. Try not to let it happen. Your leg doesn't need to go all the way straight up to the ceiling. It can go a little more to the diagonal. Focus on that low back. Staying off the carriage, neutral spine. 3 more. Good. 2. 1. Good, going into the full develope, reach it out again, hold it out there. I'm gonna reach my right leg down, tap the bar, reach it back up. Now I'm gonna flex and point both feet. So I'm doing a calf raise with my bottom foot, bend and bicycle through. So again, develope, hold. We're gonna reach down, tap the foot bar, flex and point, bend and bicycle through. If you're feeling your hip flexor, that's normal. We're doing a lot of mobilizing and stabilizing through that hip flexor, flex and point, and back in. I can't talk and do this one at the same time. Develope, hold, reach down, tap the bar, flex and point, calf raise the left, back in. 1 more. Develope up, hold, reach down, tap, flex and point, and bicycle through. This time we're gonna pulse it down there. Reach the right leg over the bar. Try not to let your weight sink into the right side. Left quad's on fire. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it out and hold it there. I'm gonna pull my right knee towards my chest to just kind of loosen up that hip flexor. That was working a little bit extra. All right, now bring it in nice and slow. Ooh, shake out that left ankle and switch sides. Right ball of the foot on. If you kind of need a windshield wiper the legs, go for it. Find your neutral spine again. Left leg into tabletop. Press it out and back in. Good, you guys. All right, check your hips again. They're equal. Weight is equal through the ball of that foot. Ankle is somewhat relaxed. Good. This is our last series on our back. And then we will be up for the rest of the time. All right, thinking about our breath. Inhale to press out. Now exhale and bicycle over the bar. Bring it back out. Exhale, bicycle in. Inhale, exhale. Yes, squeeze up on that quad. Every time, try not to bounce through the knee. We want to pause and squeeze so that we're hitting those muscles where they connect at the base of the knee. Good. Inhale out, exhale through. 2, 1. Adding on the develope, press it out, hold it there. You're gonna extend your left leg up to the sky, bend and bicycle through. Again, bend, extend, bend, bicycle through. Trying to just pull up on that right quad, not changing through the spine as you extend the left leg up to the sky. Good. Last 3. And 2. Long, long legs. 1. Going into the full develope, meet me at the top. Bend and extend, hold it there. Reach down, tap the foot bar with that left leg. Hold it up to the sky, flex and point both feet, calf raising the bottom heel. Bend and extend again. Develope up, hold it there. Reach down, tap the foot bar with the left. Flex and point both feet. Bend and extend. Good, you guys. Check in with your core. It's tight and supportive. Flex and point. Chest is relaxed. Good. 3 more. Develop it up. Reach down. Tap the bar. Flex and point. Bend and extend. 2. Reach down. Flex and point. Last 1. Flex and point. Good. Bend. Bicycle over the bar. Pulsing it down there. Equal weight through the hips. Whew, quads are burning. 5, 4, tight, tight core. 3, 2, 1. Reach it out. Hold it out there. Bring the left knee to your chest. Just kind of relax and open up that hip flexor. Good, you guys. Find your center. Come back in and shake out those ankles. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. And we're gonna come up to a seated position facing your foot bar. So come all the way up, seated position facing your foot bar. I'm gonna be doing this crisscross today. We're gonna go to just 1 heavy spring. So that's 1 red on this one. Take off everything else, so just the 1 red. You're welcome to go down in your springs at any point if it gets to be too heavy. But again, we're gonna do this series seated, which gives us a little bit more power for higher weight. I'm gonna sit so that I'm up against the shoulder blocks and able to sit up nice and tall. If you're having a lot of tightness on your low back and hamstrings, you can always sit up on like a yoga block or a platform extender, or come up to your knees at any point. So I'm gonna be sitting here. We wanna be tall, tension-free through the low back. We're gonna start just with a reach forward and back. Exhale, wrap through the core, and then reach forward and back. Chest is gonna stay nice and open and back. Good, you can always scoot forward if you need a little bit more range of motion through the arms. 2, good. Open chest, nothing's changing. We're now just working through the anterior delt and biceps in a lengthened position. Good. Big exhale. Every time. On the exhale, we're thinking core first, then reach. Shake out through the head. Good. Mobilizing through the shoulders. Exhale every time. And 3, 2. All right, we're gonna hold it up there on 1. I'm going to be flipping my palms down, and you kind of have to let the straps move in your hands so that the rope is underneath your elbows. Hands are here. If it feels better to go on top of the straps at any point, you can do that too. I'm gonna be doing a chest press forward. Added challenge here, option to take your legs straight out in front of you. Pointed feet, good, wrapping through the core. But if you are sitting kind of in this position, you're tucked, just because you have that tug on your low back, I'd rather you just take that crisscross position or sit up on an extender. We wanna be able to sit up really tall in your neutral spine. Good. Initiate through the core, wrap and press. Try not to let your shoulders creep up into your ears or round forward like this. Chest is open the whole time. tension free through the neck as much as possible. Lower your elbows down if you need to. Good, I know I'm saying about 1,000 things. 3, exhale. 2, we're gonna hold it out there on 1. I'm gonna lower and tap and lift. Good, so this may be creeping right up into your neck. If it is, you can take that crisscross position or even just bend your elbows and take it more in this position if having them long is too intense. We just have 5. Try to stop that tension right at your deltoid. 4, tall, tall, tall. Exhale, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good job, you guys. Kind of shake out your head, hinge forward, let those straps just be behind you. You're gonna keep a hold of your straps, don't let go. Just take a second to stretch and roll it up. Good, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to my carriage now, and I'm gonna scoot my booty up about halfway and put my feet onto the bar. So lots of options here. Your most supportive option is going to be keeping your straps but holding on here so that you're actually not moving. The straps are just kind of there to hold that tension on the spring. So we can be right here. You can pull your hands up as far as you need to. Option 1, you're gonna lift and lower, lift and lower, and you are welcome to stay here the whole time. If you want to advance it from here, you're gonna lift both legs off and just hold it here. That's option 2. Either way, let's get moving. So pick your poison so far. You're either doing those marches or your lift, holding it here. From there, if you want more, make sure you're really, really slow moving. You're gonna lift your hands off and do a tiny pulse forward and back. Tiny pulse forward and back. So if at any point you're like, whoop, too much, grab onto the carriage, lower your feet down, go back to those marches. Or you can even just hold this position. It's gonna be plenty. Pulsing just 5. Woo. Exhale, 4. 3. Belly button to spine, 2. Hold your hardest option on 1. Hold, hold, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab it and lift up tall. Woo. Kind of butterfly open those knees. Take your feet forward to rest onto just your platform extender. Drop the straps and let's just actually stretch forward. Grabbing onto your feet, looking side to side. Big deep breath. Good job, you guys. All right, we're gonna go back to working those legs. So I'm gonna come over to the right side of my machine. Make sure that your heavy spring is off to that side. So one heavy spring off to the far right side, and we're gonna stand off to that side. We're gonna be doing some lunges. So if you have a taller reformer, you might wanna get a yoga block or a box to stand on to help kind of equal out your hips. All right, from here, I'm gonna actually be taking my arms out to a T. Drop the shoulders down. Right foot on the ground, left foot up against the shoulder block. I'm gonna go lunging down and back up. So get where you feel nice and stable. Lunging down, coming back up. Left leg is gonna go back nice and far, but to where you can keep your hips square in front of you. And back up. The further back you are, the more tension is gonna create. So I keep hopping back just a little bit because I feel like I needed a little more tension. Good. Exhale down. Relax the neck and shoulders as much as possible. All right, we wanna focus on the right glute, squeezing in at the top. Down all the way in, up and squeeze all the way straight with that right leg. 3, squeeze it up. 2. After 1, all we're gonna do is add rotation. You're gonna rotate to the right, hips stay square. As you lunge down, come back up. Rotate and come back up. You can take a smaller rotation if it's going into your low back, or you're feeling like you're rotating your hips. Hips stay square, upper body rotates. Right shoulder is gonna press down and reach to the back wall. Ooh, that left quad. 4, ooh, and 3, 2, don't hate me, we're not done. 1, meet me at the front. We're gonna press your left leg back all the way straight and hinge forward. If you need a little break or assistance here, you can take your left hand down to the bar. I'm gonna take my hand crossed over my chest, hinge forward, back leg stays straight. All I'm gonna do is do a teeny lift with my chest and back down. Only lifting as far as you can maintain connection through your core and not spill into your low back. Teeny lift and lower. Ooh, that right leg is shaky. I know, this is intense. So if you're gonna choose to use the foot bar here, you're kind of using that to assist you on the lift and lower. Both glutes should be on fire. Both quads on fire. 3, woo, tight, tight through the core. 2, hold it down at that diagonal. Angle on 1, back leg is gonna come in and out for 10. 9, oh my gosh. 8, hands can be on the bar or on your chest. 5, 4, ooh, it burns. 3, 2, hold it back there on 1, grab the foot bar and find that lunge position. Take a deep breath. Giving your legs a teeny break-ish. They're still gonna be burning. You're gonna jump off of your right leg and pull your knee to your chest and then come back down. So pike, right knee to chest, back down to the lunge. We're gonna be looking down towards the floor. Try not to let your shoulders creep up into your ears. It's belly button to spine, ribs to hips. Good. Carriage leg is coming in as you jump in underneath you as you jump off the floor. Good. 6. Big exhale. 5. And 4. Belly button up. 3. 2. And 1. And bring that back leg back in. Woo-hoo. Shake it out. Amazing job, you guys. Catch your breath. Okay, before we go to the other side, we're actually going to kneel facing the back wall. Option to sit with your legs straight or bent through the headrest. So I'm gonna grab onto my straps. If you're kneeling, you're up against the shoulder blocks, and I'm actually gonna grab higher onto my pulleys and lift up nice and tall. I like to be right at the pulleys where they can move on the ropes like this because we're doing a bicep curl. So we're gonna be straight up tall. Core is nice and tight. That's gonna be first priority here. Then we're going to bicep curl and hinge with a flat back. So look at me real quick. You're hinging really small and then back. So nothing is changing through my upper body. I'm just hinging all in one motion and then coming back to that flat back. You want to hinge only as far as you can maintain kind of that wrapped corset sensation around your belly and your ribs. Bicep curl, hinge, and back up. Good, you guys. Hinge, and back. Yes, nice tight core. And keep your chin tucking just a little bit. 5 more. Arms are staying lifted. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lift up tall and drop it down. Roll out your neck and shoulders. Carefully set your straps off to the sides. And take a deep breath. We're going over to the other side for your lunges. So we're gonna be moving that heavy spring over to this far left side and take off the heavy spring on the right side. So you still have just one heavy spring off to the side that you're on for your lunges. All right, get situated, square off your hips, relax, open through the chest, lift the chin, arms go out to the side. You're gonna lunge down and back up. Good. Lunge down, back up. Lunge and back. Good. So this should kind of be opening up through our hip flexor as we work our front quad, that bulk muscle. We're working the back quad in a more lengthened eccentric motion. Good, you guys. You choose your tension, how far back you want to be. Good, let's do 4 more regular lunges. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Adding that rotation, hips stay square. I'm rotating and back. Whew, lost my balance a little bit. Rotate and back. You have to move nice and slow in order to keep that core connection. Hips are square to the front and we're rotating our shoulders on top of our hips. Good. If at any point that just is not feeling available to you, you're just continuing your regular lunge. Last 4. Ooh, my right quad's feeling it. 3, 2, 1. Good. Find your center. We're gonna push it back. Reach down for that foot bar. Scoot it up if you need to relieve some of the tension off that back leg because it's intense. My right quad's on fire. Pressure through your bottom foot. Wrap your hands around your chest. You're going down, lifting up. A little bit down, lifting up. Make that left glute do the work. Left glute, right quad, right glute. Good, you guys. And then, of course, wrap the belly. Little lift. And 4. Those legs are shaking. 3. Woo. 2. You're assisting on the foot bar at any point. 1. Hold it into that diagonal angle. Back legs going in and out. In and out. 8. 7. Breathe. 6. Woo. 5. 4. Use your breath for power. 3. 2. Hold it back there on 1. Reach down. Grab the foot bar with both hands. Drop the shoulders down. Take a deep breath. Big inhale again. Exhale, you're jumping off, pulling the knee towards the chest, back down. Good. Knee towards the chest, back down. Carriage is coming in underneath you as you lift. Shoulders are staying relaxed and away from the ears. Easier said than done. Good. You have 8. Good, you guys. 7. Woo. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And release. Carefully bring that carriage leg back in. Shake it out. Whew, you guys, that's the worst of it. All right, we are so close. So close. 2 exercises to go before we start cooling down. We're gonna go back into that reversed kneeling position here to do chest expansion. So same thing, you can also do this seated with your legs through the shoulder blocks. I'm going to choke up on the straps again. You can go hands through the straps or just drape them off to the side, but choke up so that you get the tension you're looking for. And we're lifted nice and tall. This time we're working the posture muscles as we pull back and release forward. Exhale, pull back and release. Good. So wrapping through the core, slow as we go back, slow as we go forward. If you yank it back, you might nosedive forward. So I hope that didn't happen to anyone already. We want to be so careful both ways. Make sure that your core is firing properly and you're in control of your body. Slow back, slow forward. Once you feel comfortable, we're going to do a little bit quicker back. Hold it and then release. Tension might be trying to creep up. Focus it on right between the shoulder blades. That's what we're going for. Rib cage is wrapping, pulling towards one another in opposition of the shoulder blades. Good. Pull back, hold it. Inhale, release. And 4. Exhale. 3. 2. Last one. And release. Woo! Roll out those shoulders. All right, set the straps off to the side. Last exercise, we're ending with a bang here. We're gonna go feet on either side of your machine. If you're on a taller machine, I'll put a modification up in a little window. You're gonna be squatting down nice and deep. Relax the shoulders down, lift the chin and chest, lift the belly button up. You're gonna be pushing forward and back. So elbows are gonna go back towards the wall behind you, and then you're pushing forward. Make sure, very important, you're initiating from the core, not going into the low back. Head is in line with the spine. Woo! You choose your tension. The further forward you are, the harder it's gonna be. Okay, exhale. We got 15, here we go, 15. Big exhale, 14. 12, exhale, 11. Here we go, 10, 9, use the lower belly, 8, 7, 6, use the glutes, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and straighten it up slowly. Woo, you guys shake it out. Round through the spine, kind of lean side to side, and roll it up to a flat back. I'm gonna turn and face you. We're gonna sit down right away into a mermaid position to start cooling it down. So we're still on the one heavy spring. One knee is up against the shoulder blocks, opposite leg is crisscross in front of you, depending on what side you're on. I'm gonna put my hand that's on the foot bar a little bit forward to protect my shoulder. We're gonna lift up and then flex over. Whew, that feels so good through my shoulders. Up and over. You did it, you guys. That was intense, but we made it. So take this time to cool down your body, stretch and mobilize your spine. It's just as important as all of the movement that we did before. Good. Last one. Now we're going into the full mermaid. So I'm going to press out and away. You're going to turn towards the ground and separate your arms into a flat back position. From this flat back position, I'm hinging forward. Now I'm going to roll up. So I'm rounding through my back, tucking through my belly button. You're rolling up to get that stretch through the low back and then lift into an extended position, chin up. Then I'm gonna hinge forward, long length in my spine, and do that again. Now I'm tucking and rolling belly button to spine, rolling up. Should feel so good. Big inhale up, exhale away. One more time, take it nice and slow, rolling up, slide the shoulder blades down the back, and reach it forward. Good. Take your left hand, or your, I should say outside arm, to center. I'm gonna turn back towards me, open up. Now I'm gonna feed that arm through to go back to the opposite side, just for a little spine twist stretch. Take one deep breath here. Now I'm gonna take that arm all the way around, up and over to that mermaid stretch, and then lift up. Good. And over to the other side. Beautiful job, you guys. Okay, flip around. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Up nice and tall. Slide your hand a little in front of your shoulder. And you're going straight over to one side. Lift up and over to the other side. So good. Again, inhale and exhale. Lift up. Trying to open up through your spine every time. Open, reach up and over. Good. If we open up the spine, that's where we're going to get that blood and oxygen flowing. Good. Let's go into the full mermaid on this one. Up and over, turn towards the ground, separate your arms, flat back, drop the shoulders down. Now I'm doing that roll up, rounding through the spine, belly button to spine to roll up to extension. Inhale at the top, exhale, dive through. Inhale and exhale to roll up. Good. Inhale at the top and exhale through. Good. One more time. Inhale here, exhale, roll. Slide the shoulder blades down, down, down. And press away. Good. Take your outside arm to center. Open it up and just thread the opposite arm through. Good. Keep that rotation. Take a deep breath. And take that arm up and over and lift up and over to the other side. Beautiful job, you guys. Let's finish with a single thigh stretch. I'm going to go off to the side that I'm facing. Your spring should still be over to that side. You're going to just press it back. Right knee, or yeah, on this side, we'll just drop down. Opposite foot is down on the floor. Take one inhale, bring it in. Exhale, go a little deeper. It feels so good on that hip flexor. Deep breath. Good. And send your front leg straight, going into a full split position if that feels available to you. Flex through your front foot. One breath. Now I'm going to bend my back leg, pull it in underneath me, and kind of sit back towards my heel to get a deeper hamstring stretch. Good. Now bring it all the way back in, rolling it up. I'm going to just reach my arms up and kind of tuck my pelvis forward to get a deeper stretch through that psoas, hip flexor, and quad. Good. And release. Coming over to the other side, I'm going to move my heavy spring to that side. And same thing here. Drop your knee down onto the carriage, send it back, drop your shoulders down, breathing into that hip flexor, and bring it back in. Bring it back again. Good job, you guys. Hold it there for a couple breaths. Make sure you're lifted through the core. And then when you're ready, straighten your front leg, hinging it forward, flexing through the foot. So good, you guys. Take your back leg in underneath you if you want that option. Sit back towards your heel. A little deeper stretch through that hamstring. And bring it all the way in, rolling it up, reaching my arms up towards the sky, a little tuck in the pelvis to stretch through the front side. Awesome job, you guys. Stand off to the side. And let's just take one shoulder stretch, opening up. Inhale and exhale. Drop those shoulders down. Next exhale, I'm going to release my hands and roll down all the way to that final stretch. Shaking out your head, shaking out your legs. Whatever you need here, swing side to side, whatever feels good to release any remaining tension in your body. And when you're ready, you're going to soften your knees and slowly roll back up. Head comes up last, and then give yourself a few shoulder rolls at the top. Woo, we did it, you guys. You are done. That was tough, but awesome. I hope that you felt that. Hope that you're feeling good, a little fatigued, but feeling like you're ready to conquer the world. You did amazing. You should be proud of yourselves. Thank you for trying out this workout today. If you enjoyed it, please please hit that like button, shoot me a comment, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and follow me on Instagram for more fun and workout content. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.